My left stroke just went viral. YouTube family, what up though? If you didn't know, I'm DJ Swavor, and this is another episode of Ottoman Box Openings. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now, and be sure to hit the bell button next to the subscribe button, so when I post something on YouTube, you get the notification first. Also, if you haven't already, be sure you're giving the kid a follow on all the major social media platforms. It's been a minute since I posted a review on this sneaker channel, and what can I say? Your boy has been taking so many L's lately. A lot of dope sneakers have released in the past couple of weeks, but unfortunately, I haven't been able to get my hands on any of them. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not some super plugged up sneakerhead that can get any release that I want to. I'm just like the normal average sneakerhead in this world. When there's a dope sneaker release, I go after that sneaker just like any other sneakerhead, and I wish upon the stars that I can somehow get my hands on it. Lately, it seems like that sneakerhead luck hasn't been going my way, but I think that's about to change with this video. On this episode, we're gonna be taking a look at the black colorway of the brand new Nike Cortez Kenny 3. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, we all know that Kendrick Lamar is now on the Nike roster. K-Dot was previously on the Reebok roster, but for whatever reason, he decided to go over to Team Nike. Normally, when Nike adds a new celebrity or a new athlete to their roster, they're known to kind of roll out the red carpet and do a lot of dope, super exclusive releases for their first sneakers. This Nike Cortez Kenny 3 is no different. Being that I'm a DJ, I know that right now Kendrick Lamar is on his championship tour going around the nation. Nike decided to piggyback on that tour and do a lot of city exclusive releases of this brand new Nike Cortez Kenny 3. And that segues directly into my rant for this video. I hate city exclusive releases. Straight up. Now, the concept of Nike only releasing this sneaker in cities that the tour is scheduled to hit is dope if you live in any of those selected cities. Kendrick's championship tour is hitting a lot of cities across the US, but for some odd reason, this Nike Cortez Kenny 3 is only releasing at like 4 or 5 of those cities. So if you're like me and you live in a city that the tour is hitting, but you don't live in a city that the sneaker is releasing, it really sucks. In my mind, that's like a modern day tease. Being that I live in Dallas, I'm super disappointed because Dallas is like the 6th or 7th biggest city in the United States, and Dallas never gets city exclusive releases. If there's gonna be any type of city exclusive release in Texas, odds are it's going to Houston, not Dallas. So how does that cater to the sneakerheads that doesn't live in any of those cities that the sneaker is gonna release? Unless you live in like New York, LA, or Chicago, odds are your city is not getting an exclusive release. I might sound whiny, but that shit ain't fair, bruh. It's almost like Nike is forcing people that don't live in those select cities to have to buy sneakers off the resale market. And that's exactly what I had to do to get my hands on this dope sneaker. I want my fair chance to get my hands on a sneaker for retail, just like anybody that lives in those select cities. It sucks, but it seems like that's just the way the game is going now. Being that I live in Dallas, I'm speaking up for Dallas, but I'm pretty sure most sneakerheads out there feel the exact same way about their city not getting exclusive releases. It sucks big time not to be able to get your hands on super dope sneakers just because they didn't release in your city. I really wish these sneaker brands would stop doing city exclusive releases. It's not fair to the sneakerhead community and to consumers at all. But do y'all really think these sneaker companies are gonna change that? And if you live in New York City, LA, or Chicago and you can't get your hand on city exclusive releases, I feel no pity for you, bruh. But enough about that rant. I just had to get that off my chest because that's been bothering me for the longest. Now that we got that rant out the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this super dope sneaker. Being that I'm a little older than the average sneakerhead in the game today, I was actually around and alive when the Nike Cortez was one of the dopest sneaker silhouettes on the market. No lie, when I was young and if I saw somebody in a pair of Nike Cortezes, I automatically knew not to test their gangster. Now that person might have actually been soft as wet tissue for all I know, but back in the day, anybody that wore the Nike Cortez automatically had this stigma of being kind of hood. Now I'm almost positive most people associate the Nike Cortez with Forrest Gump. Not me, bruh. When I think of the Nike Cortez, I think of gangbangers in LA. I think of easy Eazy-E, I think of NWA, and now I think of Kendrick Lamar. When Kendrick Lamar decided to come over to the Nike roster, I have no idea if Nike offered him a new sneaker silhouette or if they gave him a choice of older silhouettes to choose from. But one thing I do know, being that Kendrick Lamar is from the streets of Compton, the Nike Cortez fits him perfectly. And that's exactly why I'm super excited to open this box and take a look at this sneaker. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. And this right here is the Kendrick Lamar Nike Cortez Kenny 3. Bruh, this sneaker is so damn clean. The main thing I love about this sneaker is that even though it has some nice additions added to it, this sneaker still gives you that old school Cortez vibe that I got back when I was a kid. Being that this sneaker is still super simple, this review finna be a breeze, bruh. As you can see right here, the majority of the upper is comprised of black suede and black mesh. The toe box of this sneaker utilizes a black suede material that transitions into the mesh paneling that runs down the side of the sneaker. Another dope touch that I love to this sneaker is the Chinese lettering on the toe box. From what I read, that Chinese lettering translates into bedded back in English. Looking at the side of the sneaker, you see that classic huge white iconic Nike check transitioning from the middle of the sneaker all the way to the rear portion. If you look close up on the sneaker, you see the stitching of that Nike check is in a red twill, which also matches the red accents on the rest of the sneaker. The bottom of the rear portion of the sneaker utilizes that same black suede material that you found on the toe box. One of the dopest additions to this classic Nike Cortez sneaker is the addition of that red pull tab on the rear portion. Normally that pull tab is not existent at all on a Nike Cortez sneaker. Being that this is a Kendrick Lamar signature sneaker, I'm loving the fact that Nike added that pull tab. Underneath that red pull tab is the Nike branding in red sitting on top of a white leather panel. The inside of the sneaker completely mirrors the outside of the sneaker. Black suede and mesh materials, that super dope white Nike check with the red stitching. Now the tongue portion of the sneaker is where it gets super dope. Just like the addition of the red pull tab at the back, Nike decided to add a red pull tab going from the top of the tongue all the way to the bottom. As you can see, the script inside of the tongue says bedded back in a black lettering. Underneath that red pull tab, instead of having the classic Nike Air branding on the top of the tongue, they decided to go with the Damn on top of a Nike check. We already know that Kendrick Lamar's latest album was named Damn. The inside of the sneaker is comprised of a white leather material, and Nike also decided to add some special instructions inside of the sneaker. I don't know if you can see it right there, but it says Nike Cortez, preferably worn with shorts and tall socks. They gonna have a boy looking like a bona fide LA gangster when I wear these shoes. Also on the bottom of the sneaker, you have that classic iconic mixed sole that you find on any Nike Cortez sneaker. That rigid sole on the bottom of a Nike Cortez is so damn fly to me. But if you're gonna commit a crime, do not do it in a Nike Cortez sneaker, because if they look at your footprints, they're gonna automatically be able to tell what sneaker you had on. The left sneaker looks completely like the right sneaker, so there's really no point in me pulling that sneaker out and repeating myself. And for the most part, that explains this Kendrick Lamar Nike Cortez Kenny 3. Super fire in my opinion. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this sneaker an easy 9. Now I know a lot of people are gonna say it's just a black and white Nike Cortez with a couple accents added to it. But being that I grew up in the era when the Nike Cortez was super popular, this sneaker holds a special meaning to me. But of course I wanna know what y'all think about this sneaker. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this Nike Cortez Kenny 3. Are you liking this sneaker? Do you not like it? Did you get your hands on a pair because you lived in a select city that this sneaker released? Are you looking to cop this pair on the resale market and needed this video to kind of push you over the edge? Hit that comment section up right now and let me know what you think about this sneaker. This sneaker retails for $100, but unless you live in those select cities where this sneaker released, the only way you're going to be able to get your hands on it right now is the resale market. For this size 13, I got lucky and was able to find a pair for only 170 bucks. From what I've seen lately though, it seems like the resale price for this sneaker is starting to drop steadily. So if you really want to get your hands on this sneaker, just be patient for a little bit and who knows, you might catch a steal like I did. Also, I wouldn't be shocked if Nike does a wider release of this sneaker after Kendrick Lamar's tour is over. But if you're somebody like me that's used to spending a lot of money on sneakers, pulling that trigger for 170 bucks was a no-brainer. I cannot wait to put these joints on my feet. Now all I gotta do is go find some knee-high white socks to complete the look. And this is the brand new Kendrick Lamar Nike Cortez Kenny 3. Another classic iconic sneaker with the modern touch added to the collection. If only they were more accessible to the masses. You gotta hate those city exclusive releases, bruh. But hey, that's the sneakerhead world that we live in today. If you haven't already, be sure you hit those thumbs up button, hit that like button for me, and if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. And when you subscribe, be sure to hit that bell button next to the subscribe button so when I post something on YouTube, you get it first. Once again, I'm DJ Swavor. This was another episode of Ottoman Box Openings, and until next time, peace.